Hello and welcome. This is Tanya, and this is your weekly psychic predictions. And I'm excited to be here. Let me just do my lighting. Okay, let me start with the legal disclaimers. All readings and messages shared here are for entertainment purposes only and reflect intuitive impressions and not facts. Let's start with the Epstein file dump. So much is coming out, but that's not all of it. They released a lot of stuff, but it's not everything. It's interesting that the file dump came out the same weekend as the Melania documentary. Interestingly enough, I love how they're trying to spin this that it's like a top selling documentary, it's award winning. They're throwing all these superlatives out there. It's trash. If you saw the trailer, you basically saw the movie. Like they could barely put two words together. And actually, I don't think she could barely put two words together. I mean, people were making fun of her on the road trying to sell this to audiences as a must see, and she couldn't, she she literally couldn't sell it. She couldn't explain to you why it was worth you going, like truly. But I find it interesting that they previously projected something like 1 million. And then I saw in the Hollywood Reporter this morning that it was the biggest documentary in a while. It was up there, and they named some documentary. They're pulling stuff out of their hiney. It didn't do well. If you were watching the news, there was even seeing on social media worldwide, the newscasters and entertainment reporters were making fun of the seats that were unsold. So there's nothing to see there. There's no money to get. She basically, the money she got was like a cash grab. She's concerned about where she's going to be after this is over. The end is near, and by end, you know what I mean. And she's trying to get as much money as possible. Jeff Bezos did this as a favor. I mean, 40 million for the movie, 38 million for marketing, and it still didn't sell. So there's that. Um, yeah, this won't even make 100K. There's one African country that banned it, which I was like, good for you. Good for you. Use the power where you can. It's literally a money grab. She's not going to, she's not going to, I don't even see her in the will. And interestingly enough, I was feeling he's going to screw a lot of people with that will. Uh, he's considering it his last laugh. He finds it very funny for the people who are depending on getting something who are getting bupkis. But back to Epstein, there's more accomplices will be coming out. The victims are incredibly frustrated. The perpetrators are being treated with kid gloves and basically protected. That's coming to an end. A lot of people are coming into the light and going to be named and shamed, truly. The scary thing that I was getting is some of the victims, these female victims, became, who were groomed, actually became perpetrators in the respect that they found new victims for them, which is a really scary mentality where the victim starts to connect with the perpetrator. It reminded me of, remember, what was her name, Patty Patty Hearst, when she was kidnapped, and she basically Stockholm syndrome. That's the word I couldn't think of. It's Stockholm syndrome that you start to empathize with your captors. It's scary. It's insane. But again, there's a lot of people who need this mental health. These poor victims were treated horrifically, and this was normalized. You can't understand what they're going through. You know, you hope that this never happens to you or anybody you know. So it's really sad. ICE, the higher ups it's coming. Justice is coming to the higher ups, and it won't be kind. and I don't see them having anywhere to go. It's interesting because I see them, parading on Fox and all these uh, friendly stations, thinking that they have an out. And even the reporters are challenging their perspective because we saw everything that was happening, but you're asking us not to believe our lying eyes? It's interesting. And because the grift is not working anymore, because previously they could go on Fox News and could say, it's raining cats and dogs. And they did, yeah, yeah, I see them, those cats and dogs. Now it's like, they're like, no, it's beautiful outside. What are you talking about? Like, it's interesting to see the pushback and their shock when they're not expecting the pushback. So yeah, it's coming. It's truly coming. But this was just a quick hit to oh, the treason. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people charged with treason, and this has to do with the trials, that the Nuremberg-ish trials that I see coming up. And I call them Nuremberg trials because I feel like it literally looks like that. It looks like one after the other, like hitting them with the same judgment, the same crimes. It's treason. They're all doing things against the country. And actually, this is something that I got a hit on. He's going to be charged with a crime for what happened to those South American farmers. I'm sorry, not farmers, fishermen, who were killed and labeled as drug mules when they were just fishermen trying to, do their job and feed their families. And now their families are, left without a breadwinner and without a loved one. And it's treated like, oh, well, he knew what he was doing. Yeah, no. It's, I see the international criminal courts charging him. I truly do. Which is, it's ironic when he's trying to get a peace prize and he's getting charged with this stuff. So, yeah, there's that. Yeah. Yeah. No, like I said, it's all optics. They're trying to create a narrative for every single thing. It's sad because we're intelligent people. We watch the news, some news, because a lot of the news is just garbage. I mean, I can't even watch CBS News anymore because Barry Weiss kind of took over. But I have mentioned previously, like I see her having a very short tenure. She's really Barry Weiss is really testing the limits of what she can do, which they're going to let her do until it hits their pocketbook, which is starting to do because the ratings are bad. Advertisers are going to walk away, and when that happens, she's going to be replaced. I think I was reading about what she was telling the the staff how they're basically going to do both sides. Instead of facts, they're going to present both sides. So there's no facts anymore. Interesting. Very interesting. You're telling people who went to school for journalism, went to school for journalism, worked hard and learned to make sure that the lawyers fact check, the researchers, make sure everything's accurate, and before they can actually go on air. And now you're saying, oh, forget about that. We're going to show both sides. Yeah, I mean, she's already shown how bad it could be with the town halls. I think she had, I think she had Erica Kirk on. Oh, and actually, Erica Kirk, just one second. That's another one. Her stuff is coming out in real time. I don't know if you saw that video of her laughing. This was like within a week or two of his death, her husband's death, and she's talking about the sales of merchandising and how the company got new followers and new recruits and all this other stuff. And it's just like, wait, where are you mourning? They even showed her dabbing her eye, putting something in her eye so she can create tears. It's, I said this in one of my earlier videos. She literally is an asset. Truly. She created this persona. She was meant to marry him and connect with him. It was an arranged marriage. I don't think he knew anything about that. I think that he thought that this was just somebody beautiful and he couldn't believe that he got her. And she was just like a job well done. So, but yeah, she's grifting. She's truly grifting. And actually, that was the other thing. Her children, I don't think she has custody of her children. I think his family has custody of the children. So she's mourning the loss of her husband publicly and for profit. Her children were taken away from her. And if you know anything about child custody cases, it's very, very hard to take children away from the mother. And I say that because judges a lot of times give deference to the mother. You have to be messed up, basically, in order to have a judge say, yeah, no. That being said, if you're interested in, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to share it with someone you feel that would be interested in it. And if you're looking to get a reading, don't forget to message me because I have some availability this week. So that's it. Take care and see you next time.